Hi, hello, soulmate. It's been a while and I've missed you. Damn, so okay. In this video, we will be making this flare dress, also known as triangle dress, yeah, that has this extended straps or long strap, and also you can get to design it with either a flower design on one of the strap or a bow tie, and also it has pockets. So if this is what you're interested in learning how to make, do well and keep watching, and do not touch the dial. For making this dress, I made use of 2.5 yards of Ankara fabric, yes, and it's a short dress, so 2.5 yards was okay for me. And for the straps, I didn't know the color to go for. I was contemplating on either a white strap or a sky blue strap, the color that best matches the Ankara fabric. For the strap, I made use of 1 yard for the strap and the bow tie, and eventually I settled for a color that best matches the Ankara, which you get to see during the process of making this dress. So let's dive right in. Now, to fold the fabric to cut out the triangle dress, I'm first of all going to use a piece of paper to illustrate to you how to fold the fabric. So here's a piece of paper and we are going to pretend this is the fabric. So first of all, I will fold the fabric into 2 equal parts like so, and on one edge of the fabric I will just place a finger and fold the fabric again like so to get the triangle shape. Okay, so that is it. Now we're going to do this all over again. So this is the fabric. You fold into 2 equal parts, and on one edge of the fabric you place a finger and fold again to get the triangle shape. And this is exactly how I'll be folding the main fabric. So with that being said, I'll move over to the main fabric now, and I'll go ahead and spread it all out like so, after which I'll fold it into 2 equal parts like this. After folding the fabric into 2 equal parts, I will go ahead and place a finger on one edge of the fabric like this and fold the fabric again like so to get the triangular shape. And this is how you fold the fabric to cut out a triangular dress or circle dress. Now it's time to draft out the dress. Now the first step in drafting out this dress is to divide the round bust measurement by 4 and add half an inch for sewing allowance. So the round bust measurement I'm working with is 38 inches. Divided by 4 gives me 9.5, plus the half an inch sewing allowance gives me 10 inches. Okay, so to mark this out, from the tip of the triangle I will locate the part that is 10 inches wide and mark it out. Okay, so I've located the 10 inches width of the triangle, and I'll go ahead and use my chalk to mark this out like so. And this line is referred to as the chest line. Moving on my tape, I'll get the armhole depth and place it on this line. So to get the armhole depth, you divide your round bust measurement by 6 plus 1.5. And the round bust measurement I'm working with is 38 inches. Divided by 6 plus 1.5 gives me 7.8 inches. I will locate the 7.8 inches on my measuring tape and I'll place it on the straight line. Now it's time to decide where I want the circle dress to start from, which is also referred to as the over bust. And for me, 4 inches or 5 inches away from the shoulder is okay. So I'll go ahead and just mark out 4 inches. You can also make use of 5 inches. And if you prefer yours to start at 6 inches away from the shoulder, go ahead and mark out 6 inches. Okay. Now take note that with this method of folding the fabric, I am drafting out both the front and the back patterns together, and this folded side of the fabric is the center front or center back. So from the center front or center back, I'll go in by 3.5 inches on that 4 inches mark, which is the over bust line. And if the dress is for a plus size, go in by 4 inches. Okay, and I'll connect this to the side of the chest line to get the armhole curve. Moving on, I want the center front and the center back to have a curved style line at the over bust. So from the overbust line here at the center front or center back, I'll come down by 1 inches like so, and I'll curve this back to the 3.5 inches mark. With this, the upper side of the circle dress is ready. It's now time to mark out the length of the dress. To mark out the length, I will also take note of the armhole depth on my measuring tape and place it on the chest line the same way I did while marking out the overbust. So the armhole depth I'm working with is 7.8 and I'll place it on the chest line like so. And I'll go ahead and mark out the length I want for this dress. So for this circle dress, I want the length to be 36 inches. So I'll go ahead and mark out 36 inches round while taking note of the tape placement. After marking it round, I will connect the points together to get a curve like so. And now I'll bring in my scissors and cut out the dress. So I'll first of all cut out the overbust, the armhole. And before I completely cut this out, I will want to cut out the point for pocket placement. So to do that, I will place my armhole depth on the chest line as well and go ahead and mark out the front waistline that I'm working with, which is 17.5. And from the front waistline, I'll come down by 1 inch or 1.5 inch. And this point is where the pocket stitching will start from. So I'll take my scissors and give that point a notch. Okay, that is a little snip or cut. And now I will cut out the length and open up this close part on the side. And if you take a closer look or if you're observant, you'll see that I didn't get to add hemming allowances. That's because I'll be using the bias to turn the hems of the dress. Okay, I also went ahead to cut out the pocket piece with the length and the width being 10.5 inches. And for the pocket piece, I cut out 4 of this. So I'm just going to count it for you while marking out the wrong sides of the fabric. So you can see there are 4 equal pieces of fabric. Okay, so now for the pocket piece, I don't want the pocket to just be a box like this, a box shape like this. I want it to have that pocket curve. To sketch out the pocket curve, on the side here, I'll come down by 7 inches. And at the top, I'll draw out a curve. And from the 7 inches here, I'll draw out a curve downward. And this gives the beautiful pocket curve. I'll bring in my scissors and cut this out. Moving on, I'll bring in the circle dress pattern and it's time to sew in the pocket piece. On the right side of the fabric, I will bring in one of the pocket piece and place it on the pocket points that I snipped or notched earlier on. And I'll go ahead and pin it down like so, making sure that the right side of the pocket piece is facing the right side of the fabric, okay? And I'll go ahead and stitch it down. I'll get to repeat the exact same thing on the other side as well, like so. And also stitch down the pocket piece as well. Now I will bring in the back pattern and make sure that the right side is facing me, and also repeat the same process in placing and stitching the pocket pieces on both sides as well. At this point, I have stitched down the pocket piece to both sides of the front and the back patterns. And right now it's time to close up the sides. And to do that, I'll bring in the back pattern, and in placing it, I'll make sure that the right sides of the back pattern is facing the right sides of the front pattern. And I will also bring out the pocket piece to also face each other like so. Okay. Now to stitch down the sides, I'm going to start from the armhole using 1/2 inch sewing allowance, and I'll stop here, curve it over, and bring it down like this. Okay, so like so, using 1/2 inch sewing allowance. I'll repeat the same thing on the other side as well to close up the side. And the opening created here is the pocket opening. Yeah, I have stitched down the sides and these are the pocket openings. Okay, so now I'll bring in the bias to turn the hem of the dress, and to do that I'll go ahead and open up one side of the bias and place it on the right side of the fabric at the hem here and stitch it all round, after which I'll flip it over to the wrong side and stitch on the edge. Okay, so I have taught this method several times, so if you're used to my video, you should be good with this method by now. Now it's time to focus on the straps, and the first step is to know how long you want your straps to be. And take note that when I was drafting, from the shoulder to the over bust was 4 inches. So 4 inches for the back plus 4 inches for the front gives 8 inches. Okay, so that's why we have 8 inches here. And I'll place it like so, bend it at the 4 inches mark, measure out how long I want the strap to be. Okay, so you can decide whatever length you want for the strap. If you want it to be at the hem of the dress, no problem. If you want it to stop anywhere before the hem of the dress, no problem. So for me, I decided to increase the strap a bit by 1 inch. So from the shoulder to the over bust of the circle dress, I made it 5 inches, you know, just a little bit of adjustment. And with that, I am going to remeasure, and I want this strap to stop somewhere here, somewhere here, and that is 31 inches. Okay, that is between 30 to 31 inches. So here I have cut out the straps, and the strap is actually 31 inches long, and I added 1 inch for aiming allowance, making it 32 inches long in length. Okay, and for the width, they are 6 inches wide. When placed on fold, it gives 3 inches wide. And after stitching with half an inch sewing allowance, I'll be left with 2.5 inches wideness for the straps. So that is how wide I want the straps to be, 2.5 inches wide. On the wrong side of the fabric, I'll go ahead and close up the open sides of the straps using half an inch sewing allowance like so. And since I want the strap to have a pointed end, I will need to go ahead and get the midpoint between, that is the center of 2.5 inches. I'll get it and mark it out. And now I will draw 2 lines meeting each other at the center of the strap here. Okay. And this gives the pointed end shape at the strap. If you do not want this shape, you can go ahead and create any other shape you desire. After stitching up the side and also creating the shape you want at one tip of the strap, the next step is to go ahead and cut out the excess sewing allowance, just the way I'm doing it right now. And while cutting out, ensure that you don't get extremely close to the stitch. Okay, so after doing that, I will go ahead and flip the straps over to the right side through the open end, after which I iron this out. So like I earlier stated, if you don't want this pointed end, you can create any shape you want. Moving on, it's time to stitch the straps to the dress. And to achieve this, I'll pick one pattern of the dress to serve as the back pattern, which I just did, and I'll bring in the strap. To stitch down the straps, you can either get to stitch them to the pointed end of the over bust or on the sides close to the pointed end of the over bust. Okay. And while placing the strap, I'll place the open end of the strap on the right side of the back pattern, like so. And stitch it down using half an inch sewing allowance. So I use my pin to hold it down, and this is what I should have after stitching it down. But if you don't like the way the strap is seated at the pointed end of the over bust, you can get to move it over to the side with one side of the strap close to the pointed end of the over bust. And I'll repeat the same thing on the other side as well. After stitching down the straps to the back pattern, the next step will be to turn the ends of the over bust and the armhole with a bias. And to do that, I'm going to use the same method I used to turn the hem of the dress. Okay, I'll place the bias on the edge on the right side of the fabric like this, stitch it round, and after stitching it round like so, I'll then flip it over to the wrong side and stitch down the edge of the bias to the wrong side of the bias. And here is a quick view of me stitching down the bias to the wrong side of the fabric at the hem of the overbust and armhole. After turning the hems of the overbust and the armhole, the next step is to stitch the strap to the right side of the front pattern overbust using a needle and thread. So I'll bring in my tape and mark out the strap length from the back overbust to the front overbust. And that is from the back overbust to the shoulder plus from the front overbust to the shoulder. And since I did a little bit of readjustment, mine will no longer be 8, it will now be 10 inches. So from the strap joining at the back, I'll mark out 10 inches on the strap. And that 10 inches, I'm going to go ahead and pin it down on the overbust of the front pattern on the right side of the fabric. So I'll go ahead and pin it down on the 10 inches mark, okay? And I'll repeat the exact same thing on the other strap. And I'll go ahead and use a needle and thread to neatly tack this down at the 10 inches mark while making sure that the thread does not show on the right side of the strap, okay? Moving on, for the design, you can either get to create a bow tie design or a flower design. So I'll be creating the bow tie design, and I've gone ahead to cut out the fabric for the bow tie, and it is 15 inches long in length and 7.5 inches wide in width, okay? So I'll go ahead and fold it over like so and close it up like this, leaving a space to turn this over to the right side. And I'll close it up using 1/2 inch sewing allowance. So I would use my chalk to draw out the stitch lines so you can get to see it. I also cut out on that piece of fabric that is 8 inches long and 3.5 inches wide, and I'll fold this over like so and just close up one side of it like this using 1/2 inch sewing allowance, okay? And here they are after flipping them over to the right side, and I've also gone ahead to iron. So to create the bow tie, I will pinch this bigger fabric at the center like this, pinch it together, and I'll go ahead and bring in the strap like so and wrap it round, after which I secure the wrap at the back with a needle and thread. So the length for this wrap was too long, so I just had to cut out of it. And now I can go ahead and bring in the dress and place the bow tie on one side of the strap like so. So I decided to place it on the right, the right hand side of the strap rather. And I tacked it down with needle and thread, and here is the final look. You can see how beautiful this is looking. Yeah, I got a lot of compliments while rocking this dress. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video and if you found this video helpful, do well to hit on that subscribe button, and don't forget to click on the notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I drop a new video. And also, do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment, share, you know. You know how we do it now. So see you on my next video. Love you. Mwah, 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 mwah.